my name is Carrie and welcome to Sushi Chef, the company where high quality meets deliciousness. I use Sushi Chef products to make easy to prepare meals that you can make from the comfort of your own home. Follow us on our cooking adventures by subscribing to this channel and clicking the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Our social media is linked in the description box below. Today, I'm making sushi rice, the warm, sticky, delicious rice you enjoy when you eat sushi. Sushi rice is not made exclusively for sushi, but can also be used as a wonderful side or a base for a healthy and delicious rice bowl. If you're ready for the video, let's get started. Sushi vinegar, premium rice, and a bamboo paddle. So here we have all the ingredients for our first step, which is washing the rice. The first thing we're going to do is to pour out 2 cups of our premium sushi rice. Now this is the kind of rice we're going to be using for sushi rice. There's a specific type of rice called short grain rice, which is the perfect kind of rice that we use for sushi rice. I'm going to pour 2 cups into this measuring cup. And then this is going to go into the big bowl. So now we'll pour this in our large bowl. The next ingredient we need are 2 cups and 6 teaspoons of cold water. Done. Now that we have all our water, we can start washing the rice. So now that we have our large bowl with rice and water and our strainer in the sink, it's time to wash the rice. This recipe will yield 5 cups of sushi rice, which is the equivalent of 10 cucumber rolls or 6 California rolls. I'm going to be using the Sushi Chef cookbook, which has all kinds of recipes in it. I'm going to be using it to make sushi rice. It gives you detailed instructions on how to make this whole dish from the start to the end. All right, let's get started. So as I'm washing this rice, I'm being careful to be gentle and just kneading this rice back and forth in the water. Once the water becomes milky like this, you'll immediately want to put this rice and water mixture into the strainer. You don't want to let this rice stand in the milky water. We're going to pour this mixture into the strainer. You really want to push all of the kernels, as many as you can, into the strainer. If some fall out, that's okay. Put the large bowl down. Shake your strainer to get all the excess water out, and then pour it back into the large bowl. Again, make sure that all of these kernels go back into the large bowl. You're gonna lose some rice in this process where it will fall into the sink or maybe fall out of the bowl or through the strainer, and that's okay. This doesn't have to be a perfect job, as you can see from mine. Now that we have the rice back in the bowl, we can add more water. We don't have to use exact measurements for the water every time. We can just fill it up to about the top of the rice. Once we get there, we can wash again. This milky water comes from the powdered bran and the polishing compound attached to the rice. This is what should be washed away in our process. We're going to continue this process for 5 minutes until the water mixture is mostly clear after we've washed the rice. As we continue to wash the rice, our water mixture will get less milky and cloudy. Don't worry if at the end of your process, the water isn't that clear. It doesn't have to be completely clear for you to get great tasting rice. As we get farther along in our process, we need to stir the grains more carefully and more gently. The rice is becoming more and more tender as we keep washing it because it's absorbing more and more water. Therefore, we don't want to be too rough so we don't bruise the grains. Now that we have our rice in the strainer, we want to make sure we can get out as much excess water as we can. You can shake it a little bit to try to get some of the water out, but the best way you can get the most water out is to leave the rice in the strainer for 30 to 60 minutes. Alright, so now that our rice has been straining for 30 to 60 minutes, it's ready to be put into the cooker. Now that we've taken the pot out of the rice cooker, we can see there are measuring lines for our sushi rice. I'm going to measure 1 cup at a time. I'm using the Sushi Chef bamboo paddle. Once we've leveled off our rice, we can pour it into the pot. Keep filling this cup up with rice and pouring it into the rice cooker until there's no more rice left in the strainer. This is my 4th and final cup. Now that we have all the water and all the rice in our pot, let's put it into the rice cooker. I selected rinse-free rice because we washed the rice. This is what you want to use to make sushi rice. Now press cook. Now these are the ingredients and appliances we're going to be using to season our sushi rice. First, let's open the rice cooker. With the paddle included in our rice cooker, let's scoop the sides out. This helps to make sure that none of the rice sticks. Let's use a big plastic spoon to take the rice from the rice cooker into our wooden bowl. We want to immediately take this cooked rice out of the pot and spread it around in a large, shallow, and wide bowl. I'm using wood here, but you can also use a plastic or ceramic bowl. The only thing that's important is that this bowl is wide and shallow. We want this kind of shape so the rice can cool quickly. Now that we have the rice in the bowl, we're going to have to spread it out. Spreading out this rice ensures that it cools more quickly. Now that our rice is spread out, it's time to add the flavor. I'm using the Sushi Chef Sushi Vinegar. This vinegar will enhance the flavor of the rice and give it that delicious taste you know and love. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sushi vinegar. While I'm pouring it over the sushi vinegar, I want to make sure I'm spreading out the rice like this so that the flavor is distributed evenly. I'm going to put in a little at a time so I can mush around the rice well. You want to make sure the sushi vinegar gets from the top to the bottom of the rice. So fold over the rice like this. Go over to some spaces that you think you might have missed and drizzle some more sushi vinegar. Sushi vinegar is a crucial ingredient in making rice. It adds a tangy yet sweet texture to rice and makes it even more delicious. I can already smell that tangy flavor from the rice. Once again, smooth out the rice. Without sushi vinegar, this rice would have little to no taste. That's why it's so important to include this in our process. Once our rice is smoothed out again, we want to immediately start fanning it. You can use a fan or a piece of cardboard, or what I'm using, a tiny little book, but it doesn't matter as long as you're fanning it. This cooling process should last about 2 minutes. This will help it go from steaming hot to warm. Lastly, we're going to put a wet cloth over this area to cool the rice even further. Use cold water for this towel. Make sure to squeeze out any remaining moisture. Now we can cover the rice. And there you have it. Our rice is done. Let the rice stand for about 15 minutes or until it reaches room temperature. If you're not going to use it right away, keep this damp towel on top until you will. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I had so much fun making this sushi rice with the Sushi Chef Premium Sushi Rice, Sushi Vinegar, Bamboo Paddle, and Sushi Chef Cookbook. A rice cooker is a great tool to use when you're making sushi rice or any other kind of rice. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to become a Sushi Chef foodie to see more cooking videos like this one. I'd also love to hear your suggestions for future videos. That's it for today. See you next time.